this shloka, so let's do it together. Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
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 Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Bolo.
Kamalakala Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Bhuvane Vidita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita.
Alaukika Prema Tanra Bhuvane Vidita. Show the Bengali so that he can recite.
No, you have to go up and then down because it's walk like this.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema.
Kamalakara Pipalai Alaukikarita.
Alaukika Prema Bhuvane Vidita.
Kamalakara Pipalai.
Kamalakara Pipalai.
Kamalakara Pipalai.
Kamalakara Pipalai.
Alaukika. Uncommon.
Uncommon.
Rita.
Rita.
Behavior or pastime.
Behavior of
pastime.
Alaukika.
Alaukika
Uncommon.
Uncommon.
Prema.
Prema.
Love of Godhead.
Love of God.
Tanra.
Tanra.
His.
His.
Bhuvane.
Bhuvane.
In the world.
In the
The
world.
world.
Vidita.
Vidita.
Celebrated.
Celebrated.
Translation purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. Kamalakara Pipalai is said to have been the third Gopala. His behavior and love of Godhead were uncommon, and thus he is celebrated all over the world. Purport: Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, in the Gaura Ganodesha Dipika 128, Kamalakara Pipalai is described as the third Gopala. His former name was Mahabal. The Jagannath deity at Mahesha in Sri Ramapura was installed by Kamalakara Pipalai. This village of Mahesha is situated about 2.5 miles from the Sri Ramapura railway station. The genealogy of the family of Kamalakara Pipalai is given as follows. Kamalakara Pipalai had a son named Chaturbhuja, who had two sons named Narayan and Jagannath. Narayan had one son named Jagadananda, and his son's name was Rajivalochan. During the time of Rajivalochana, there was a scarcity of finances for the worship of Jagannath deity, and it is said that the Nawab of Dhaka, whose name was Shah Suja, donated 1,185 bigas of land, is about 395 acres. In the Bengali year 1060 at Anno Domini 1653, the land being the possession of Jagannath, the village was named Jagannathapura. It is said that when Kamalakara Pippalai left home, his younger brother Nidipati Pippalai searched for him, and in the course of time found him in the village of Mahesha. Nidipati Pippalaya tried his best to bring his elder brother home, but he would not return. Under the circumstances, Nidipati Pippalaya, with all his family members, came to Mahesha to reside. The members of his family still reside in the vicinity of the Mahesha village. The family name is Adhikari, and they are a Brahmana family. The history of the Jagannath temple in Mahesha is as follows. One devotee of the name Dhruvananda went to see Lord Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra at Jagannath Puri, wanting to offer food to Jagannath that he had cooked with his own hands. Thus, being his desire, one night Jagannathji appeared to him in a dream and asked him to go to Mahesha on the bank of the Ganges and there start worship of him in a temple. Thus, Dhruvananda went to Mahesha, where he saw the three deities, Jagannatha, Balaram and Subhadra, floating in the Ganges. He picked up all those deities and installed them in a small cottage. And with great satisfaction, he executed the worship of Lord Jagannath. When he became old, he was very anxious to hand over the worship to the charge of someone reliable. And in a dream, he got permission from Jagannath Prabhu to hand it over to a person whom he would meet the next morning. The next morning, he met Kamalakara Pippalai, who was formerly an inhabitant of the village Harijuri in the Sundaravana forest area in Bengal, and was a pure Vaishnav, a great devotee of Lord Jagannath. Thus, he immediately gave him a charge of the worship in this way. Kamalakara Pippalai became the worshipper of Lord Jagannath, and since then his family members have been designated as Adhikari, which means one who is empowered to worship the Lord. These Adhikaris belong to a respectable Brahmana family. 5 types of upper class Brahmana are recognized by the surname Pippalai. Once again, shloka. Kamalakara Pippalai alaukika rita alaukika prema tanra bhuvane vidita. Kamalakara Pippalai is said to have been the third Gopala. His behavior and love of Godhead were uncommon, and thus he celebrated all of the worlds. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gnajnashalakaya Chakshutamit Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Simate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pushtya Desitarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhivaivacha patidam pavanabhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So we have this again opportunity to speak and together in association of devotees and glorify great devotees of Lord Chaitanya. And in this section they are the expansion of Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is described, his branch, which is emanating from the original trunk of Lord Chaitanya. His branches, this is the most strong branch, the most widespread, and giving the fruits of love of Godhead to this world by those branches. So branches means devotees and followers who were connected with Lord Nityananda and his preaching and his activities. So in this way, today we have we were reading today about Kamalakara Pippalai, and two words are very important here in this verse. Is Alaukika Rita and Alaukika Prema. Means his behavior or conduct Kamalakara Pippalai was very uncommon. It means was very transcendental. and Alaukika Prema, his activities were full surcharged by love of Godhead. So Alaukika Rita, his conduct and behavior were uncommon because although he was very simple person and he was engaged in externally in so many activities. He was a householder, he had children, and some or other, by the mercy of the Lord, by his will, he in his dream, Lord Jagannath appeared and just give instruction, give the order that Lord Jagannath said in a dream to Kamalakara Pippalai that my service, my worship is in your hands. And what he did, he immediately just left his place and just followed the will of the Lord. He just went to this place of Mahesha and started the worship with the Lord. He just moved with all his family and he stayed there till the end of his life. So fully dedicating himself to the worshiping the Lord, to build the temple. He was the builder of the temple also. He developed whole community around the temple. It's also very, very, very important. Cut off all the trees, clean the whole area. There was a jungle there, and start to build a beautiful temple for Jagannathji. So that was their what is uncommon in that? This is just common mundane activities, building, cutting, arranging, different materials for that, arranging different people. But because he offered this as a service to the Lord, therefore we have this famous shloka, Lord Krishna is explaining, whatever you do, whatever offerings, whatever sacrifices, yat karoshi yadashnashi, mat arpanam, Lord saying, do it as an offering to me. Then even common activities of this world, mundane activities will become uncommon, transcendental. And why it is Alaukika Rita? why his activities were transcendental? Because they were inspired from his heart. He was inspired by his love to the Lord. It is important also mention that in the young age, Kamalakara Pippala, before getting this order from Jagannathji, he went himself to visit Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda in Bengal. He went to Navadvip to studying Nyaya, philosophy, logic, and studying the Shastra. It is showing to us, to all of us, that that he has some inclination to studying the scriptures. Like in Vedanta Sutra, it is mentioned, if you want to understand the Lord, you can only understand him by the words of Shastra. Om Shastra Yonitvat. Why we can understand the Lord only by it? Because two shlokas before is also important. This is the third shloka of Vedanta Sutra. First shloka is Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Atato Brahma Jigyasa means that in this human form of life, we should inquire what is Brahman, who is the Supreme, what is our nature. There are different aspects of Brahman, of the spirituality. The Lord himself is Brahman, is Supreme Brahman, is transcendental. The living entity being the part and parcel of the Lord is also Brahman, is also transcendental, is spiritual, like a spark of the fire. Is the qualitatively same, like but in quantity is very, very minute. So therefore, when the sparks are coming out of the fire, they losing their potency. So similarly, when we are in contact with the material world, we are covered by this material situation. And we are not really manifesting, we are completely in ignorance about real identity, being connected, being this like a spark of the fire and connection with the Lord. That's why yoga is very, very important. Studying these Prabhupada books, this transcendental literature, Shastra, on a daily basis, very, very important. Why? It is important because it is making us aware, Shastra making us aware, giving us the knowledge, who we are, who is the Supreme, how this material world is working. Sambandha Gyan, then we can reconnect ourselves with the Lord. Then we can be engaged in Abhideya and activities, worshipping the Lord. And ultimately we can achieve the final goal, the prema, a pure love to the Lord, which is manifesting, which is shown by these great devotees like today. Kamalakara Pippalai, on the pages of today's verse, from Chaitanya Chaitamrita, and today we have also the disappearance day of Narottam Das Thakur, another great devotee. So these two great devotees, we will discuss today their activities, their behavior and pastimes. So Kamalakara Pippalai is it's shown in the scriptures, in the description of the acharyas, great devotees of the Lord, that he was like a silent flame of love of Godhead. While Narottam Das Thakur was like a river of love of Godhead. It is mentioned in Padma Purana that this person will come after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda to the Padma river and just taking bath in the river of Padma. The waves of love of Lord Chaitanya, who stored his own love in this river, will overwhelm this person, Narottam, who will enter there, and he will fully manifest all this love of Godhead to everyone, and he will give to his Krishna Prema, same like Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda was giving before. Anarpita Chiram, that never was giving this before, this love of Godhead, without any discrimination. So same, when Narottam entered to the Padma river, his complexion completely changed, become also like a molten golden complexion. Jiva Goswami is explaining that externally it was looking like Shrimati Radharani complexion. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari. Molten and golden complexion. But inside he is a Krishna. Anta Krishna Bahir Gaura. Externally Gaura. It's important also to say Gaura. Gaura is two syllables, two words. Go means Govinda and Ra means Radharani. So that's the mood of all Lord Chaitanya associates. If you want to enter into this mood and and manifest that all these symptoms of love of Godhead, uncommon uncommon behavior, conduct, our activities will transform into transcendental, and we will alaukika prema, will manifest the symptoms of love of Godhead. We have to follow the instruction of Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda, are based on the Trinada Pisunichana, Tarora Visakishuna Manina Manadana Kirtanya Sadahari. Kirtanya Sadahari. If you want to be always in ecstasy, in euphoric kirtan experience of standing hair, the choking throat, not only choking throat during Sunday feast when we get a little bit more cheese, paneer, and then we are choked. Oh, this was amazing, and the hair standing in the end, No, but in the kirtan, we chanting japa. Like today, we have this opportunity to chant japa together with the devotees. It's such an amazing experience, being together, being united together while doing this amazing seva. But it is difficult sometimes to overcome the mind. We have this everyday experience just by chanting, by individual absorption to meditation. Prabhupada said that chanting japa, that mind will be fully absorbed in the holy name. It is gradual process. That the holy name will gradually enter more and more and transform our consciousness. Because we are Tatashta Shakti. We are border energy. So sometimes we are covered or uncovered, like a beach. That's the position of the living entity. It's the energy of the Lord, but it depends where we are focused. Then we are manifesting the qualities of the material world or spiritual world. So living entity is spiritual, but it's between material and spiritual desire, or material and spiritual world. If we are absorbed on cultivating material desire, then we have material consciousness. What we only see, we dull matter. We are dull-headed. We are covered then by material qualities of this world. Asit, Achit, Agnirananda. That's like Narottam Das Thakur very beautifully prayed to Lord Nityananda. Ahankara matta hoy, nitai pada pasariya, asatiere sati korimani. That unfortunately, Narottam very beautifully described the situation of this material world. Everyone is so mad in the bodily concept of life, like a wild animal, and being unable to control wild mind and senses, completely being slave of Maya. And that therefore, because ahankara, everyone is on ahankara, in this false identity, rejecting the mercy, the shelter of Lord Nityananda. And in this way, what is happening? That's satya, asatyera satya, that we just have reverse consciousness. We are accepting as a truth something which is temporary as a permanent. Oh, I will live in this world eternally. Anandamaya. Huh? This is one aspect of Maya. Oh, I will live here eternally. Vaikuntha Maya. That the material world is is as good as this is Vaikuntha. Now we can be kicked out in any moment from this material situation, from this material body, because it not belongs to us. It is just yantra yudhani maya. It is just given my material energy under the supervision of Krishna. Maya dakshana prakriti suyata sachacharam. Whatever is moving and unmoving in this material world, it is under the supervision of the Lord. So material world is working like a shadow. Like our shadow is working because of the will of the soul within the body. So similarly, whatever is happening in the material world, it just happened because of the will of the Lord. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. And that's why can be so many Ishvara controllers of this world. Like in this, entering to the government building in Delhi, and there is written Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The whole world is like a family. And is it this material world is like family? Not at all. It's not at all. But Srila Prabhupada, he did it. He created ISKCON, the house when everyone is welcome to live and learn how to not divide anyone because of false ego, ahankar. We are divided only because of false ego. When we maintain this material concept, bodily concept of life, or I am great devotee, or I am foolish devotee. We are always in some, kind of complex situation. Inferior complexity or superior complexity. Oh, I am someone better than this other devotee or this other Mataji or this other person. And we just behaving accordingly, dominating way, pushing way. Prabhupada was free of it. That's why everyone was attracted to Prabhupada. Everyone's attracted to pure devotee. One devotee came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I can see that everyone loves you. Prabhupada said, yes, because I love everyone. So, why is like that? Because this is paradharma. Savaya pumsa parodharmo yato bhaktira dokshaje. Ahaitu kiya pratihatayatma suprasidati. If you want to really be on the platform of the soul and fully in bliss of your own nature, spiritual nature, then what we have to do, we have to fully surrender to the Lord. We have to perform service always, be engaged 24/7. This is amazing. Devotees are able to be engaged 24/7 in the service for the Lord without any payment. Prabhupada said, why is it like this? Because I hypnotize you. Everyone is hypnotized in ISKCON. For free, working so hard. Prabhupada, I don't pay anyone, any of you. I just engage from morning till evening in the service of the Lord. That's only pure devotees can do it. Can come to Kali Yuga, Kalera Dharma, Harinama Sankirtana, Krishna Shakti Vinanahe, Tara Pravartana. Although this material world is color dosha, nidirajan, is just full of, faults. There's no good quality. There's no good people in the material world. Why? Because everyone is under influence of, the enemies of the soul. So much lobha, greed, so much lust. Prabhupada said, public enemy number one, lust. So much anger and so much envy. When Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world with Lord Nityananda, there was so much envy towards him. No one was able to accept him as a Supreme Lord. Although Supreme Lord was manifesting in front of everyone, no one was able to recognize that he's Subhai because so much envy is in the heart of the living entity, this material world. No one was able to appreciate who is Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya, actually, he failed with all his mission of spreading Krishna consciousness, or appeared as the most, liberal incarnation. Namo Mahavananya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishnamaha. It's just for free, he was just distributing, but everyone, not only this, everyone was criticizing Lord Chaitanya, everyone was rejecting Lord Chaitanya. To that point, the Lord Chaitanya understood, I have to accept sannyas. That is externally, they will pay obeisance, not criticize me. And then he left all his place, home, friends, everyone, all people, nobody went to Puri. And start to travel and preach. So Lord Chaitanya actually failed with his mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. It is only because of Lord Nityananda he became successful. Lord Nityananda, it was him who, because of order of Lord Chaitanya, he went everywhere, sent from Puri by Lord Chaitanya, and start to encourage everyone to chant, to understand the glories of who is Lord Chaitanya, and make everyone in bliss, although everyone was in dukkhi consciousness, very miserable. First miserable situation when you join Hare Krishna is that you complaining. Always complaining. It's a symptom of tamoguna. Prabhupada said, don't be Shudra. Shudra is always complaining. We are not here to complain. We have to advance higher, be free from this. Always complaining. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. He is not good. She is not. Oh my God. Always drama. Of complaining. To get out from this complaining situation. How? By strictly following the instruction of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. By accepting this mood of Trinada, peace, Nichana. Then we become united together. Like a one family. We can be like one family, united, together. Be together. Otherwise, ahankar, it is just so much dividing people. That is only possible when become a little bit more knowledgeable. To studying Srila Prabhupada books every day, Chaitanya Chaitamrita every day, Bhagavad Gita every day, Nectar Instruction, all these books written by Srila Prabhupada. And not only read them, as more you will read them, Prabhupada says, you will be more enthusiastic to distribute also them. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is not only for you, it is for everyone. That's why it should be distributed. And Prabhupada taught this principle of distributing Krishna consciousness to everyone, even to the hippies, long-hair hippies, who are completely intoxicated, completely in tamoguna. Here Prabhupada was saying, Krishna consciousness is not only for you. It is, you should distribute this to everyone. Haha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Pola Kanakoro Ami Boro Dukhi. This is how we become more and more filled with love of Godhead. Can you imagine? It's like a father and mother is crying because the children at the fire, building is in the fire and children are inside there, and they can't do nothing. Everyone is just crying, children is there, it's so much, building is in the fire. And you are deciding to just go and save them. And you're going inside into this fire building and you're bringing out and deliver them to the parents. How parents, they will be in the tears, they will be so thankful and grateful to you. So this is preaching mission. This is following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. We chant Hare Krishna, it's difficult to maybe overcome through japa. That's why we have more higher powerful weapon. What is this? Kirtan. Kirtans of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, every day. From managerial point of view, why so many meetings? The main meeting is meeting during Kirtan. Then all the problems are solved. Otherwise, this problem, that problem. It is solved. Problems are solved automatically when we are united together by the kirtans of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. And when everyone is thinking about himself, that I am Krishna Das. Everyone has this faith. Hey Vishwas Krishna Das. This is our faith. How are we getting this faith? Prabhupada said, we're getting this faith by listening about all these great devotees of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. This is how the bhakti is manifesting. Either this is Kamala Kara Pipalai or he just by being engaged in seva for Jagannathji, he's manifesting this love of Godhead. Or Narottam Das Thakur manifesting this just by kirtan, by chanting the names of Krishna, by his beautiful songs full of devotion in simple Bengali language. That everyone can read, everyone can appreciate it. If you look actually on our program given by Srila Prabhupada, this is full of Narottam Das Thakur songs from morning to evening. Guru Vandana, Tulasi Kirtan. When Narottam Das Thakur was chanting, was organizing, uniting devotees, bring them back, all Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda devotees, together, and organize this beautiful festival in Keturi. When he starts chant, Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira, like that. When he start to chant this, everyone fainted, lost completely in ecstasy. The spiritual world manifested on the earth. Just by what? By sound vibration. And this is no other way, our Acharyas explained, Jiva Goswami, that you can understand, you can appreciate, if you are not keeping yourself in this low profile mood as a servant, and always chant the glories of the Lord and his devotees. It is aprakrita vachana. Only by revelation of the sound vibration you can understand. There is no other way that you can understand. Like Radhanath Maharaj was saying, this is the peak of the managerial situation in every temple, that everyone should come for kirtans. Everyone should chant and very sincerely chant. Then we will have the same experience we manifest in our heart like 500 years ago during Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda times. This is so powerful. It is so enlivening, it's so inspiring. And when you're giving this to the others, your Krishna consciousness is even growing even more and more. If you're doing Krishna consciousness for yourself, this is one thing, this is great, super, keep going. Kirtanya Sadahari. But when you're going out and giving this to others, you will be much more Krishna conscious. This is for sure. Myself, if you ask myself, I never found better service than distributing Srila Prabhupada books. Because it is recorded kirtan. Why is like that? Because you have always choice with any other service. Surrender to Krishna or not. You can externally be engaged in worshipping, eating, cooking, and cleaning the temple. So you have so many engagements through the senses here. But you have always choice. Surrender your mind to Krishna or think about something else. But you have always choice. And there is no reaction for it. You can cook. Who will check you? What you think? I remember there was one meeting, there was one festival. And then somebody was cooking, and the one sannyasi took prasadam, and then he stopped taking prasadam, and he called the cook. And he was so sensitive, so the mind and senses are, in this purified state of Krishna consciousness. You can actually see, you can feel the consciousness of the cook Prabhupada explained, therefore, the most important person in the temple is a cook, because he's controlling the consciousness of all temple by his own cooking. So, so this sannyasi was there, and he called this cook, and cook came, and sannyasi asked, "You was cooking this prasadam?" Wonderful. Yes, I was cooking. Okay. What you was thinking while cooking? And the person just, I was singing the Beatles songs. Yes. I can sense it. Please. Be careful. But I can guarantee you, when you're going out with the Prabhupada books, you can't think about anything else. It will be immediately reaction. Immediately will be rejected by the people. People will be not attracted to you at all. People will go through your face like this. All crowd, one person after another. That's what Prabhupada say, that book distribution is our best training of our men. At least for first years, just go out. Like Indradumna Maharaj, who sacrificed so much of his life, of his time into this yatra, French yatra. And it's interesting saying that the power, the strength which I have to do these festivals one year after another on the Baltic Sea, on different parts of the world, that thousands of people are attracted to come for this festival, is because I spent 14 years here in Paris. Again, go out every day with the books and distribute books. Krishna consciousness to everyone, to these books. To look to the face of the people, meet them every day, look in the eyes, say, "You believe in God?"
He said this? He said this during YouTube, like video? He said this?
He said it.
No, I like to,
Parampara.
I like to listen and send maybe the link.
Say this in conversations.
Okay, nice.
So therefore, we have this opportunity, a great opportunity. We are so fortunate. Like there was a Hyderabad, this in Andhra Pradesh. There was opening the temple. Prabhupada was there. It was big pandal, big celebration, big festival. And there was so many guests invited from different sampradayas. Representative gurus came, their followers, disciples. Everyone was gathered together, and then Prabhupada, at one point of the ceremony, said, "Kirtan." And then he gave order to the kirtan. And the kirtan started gradually become more and more intense. So Prabhupada was just watching on the reaction of the crowd. And then, in the beginning, these invited acharyas from Sri Sampradaya, this Sampradaya, they start to clap in the hands. And devotees become euphoric more and more and more, in the kirtan, start to jump, then acharyas, then there's acharya, from one sampradaya, rise up the hands, so all disciples also rise up the hands, and then acharyas start to jump also, following the kirtan, anyone, and then Prabhupada turned, now they understood. So that's the point. Either we understand where is the mercy, or we just trying to solve the problems of this world on our own. But Krishna consciousness is so illuminating, is so wonderful that it's so much bliss and energy is generated in the heart of the devotees. And no one can stop it. Prabhupada said that Krishna consciousness movement cannot be stopped from outside. It is too powerful. It is just because of the will of the Lord, and if this will of the Lord will happen anyway. Krishna don't need us. We need Krishna. We need to be engaged in this Krishna conscious activities. But what it can, how we stopping these movements is blossoming, it's just spreading, only from inside, Prabhupada said. Only from inside you can stop this flowing of love of Godhead, this manifesting of Krishna consciousness in everyone's heart. So that's why these two great acharyas today, we discuss Pippalai, Kamalakara Pippalai and Narottam Das Thakur. They're just showing us, then just by power of their service, by the power of the chanting, not only sin is destroyed, but immediately the love of God is also manifesting. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Some questions or comments?
Can you discuss some leelas of Narottam Das Thakur?
Leelas of Narottam Das Thakur. Oh yeah, we can discuss whole day. But there's some questions before going to Leela. Yes.
So I have been thinking about the kind of intense focus you have on Sankirtan.
Yes.
It's great, but I think that kind of intense focus and
Commitment.
commitment, but also what's the word I'm looking for? Not thirst, but longing or strong desire to have the mercy of the Acharya, something like that. That's absolutely necessary on the battlefield of Sankirtan, but we should have this all day, from the morning, not only on Sankirtan, but even the whole day actually. But are you saying that we can get this if we continue with the Sankirtan through the years? It will be like that through the whole day, or what is the process to get that?
How to become empowered, Prabhuji is saying. Yeah. First of all, we have to be flexible. That's the first principle to become empowered. You have to be very flexible, not just stiff, Or it has to be only like this. It's only possible to be like this. No, you have to be flexible, No, you can do things different way also. You can approach it, this way is not working, this way. Prabhupada, to become successful, so many things he has to go through his life. So many places he needs to change. So many things he has to innovate. Just completely go through, different of situations, obstacles, This place not working. India was not working, nothing. Nobody's interested. Can you give me your son? I can tell you, nobody was interested. Nobody. Prabhupada actually have to cheat, to transcendental Krishna conscious way. Only pure devotees can do it, It's like Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, and as also nobody actually was interested, to help him, to really support him. So Prabhupada translated, as in Bhagavatam, first canto, and then it's mentioned in the Shastra that sannyasi should not go on the other side of the ocean. So Prabhupada, he came, there was, now there is like a shops are there in front of Krishna Balaram Mandir, but in that time when Prabhupada was there in the beginning, there was not even a temple. The deities were not installed, there was some Brahmanas were living there, community of Brahmanas, and they were studying the Shastra. So Prabhupada came to them, and then with the Bhagavatam, and he just showed Bhagavatam. Can you give the blessings to Bhagavatam that at least Bhagavatam can go to the Western world, And they give the blessings. And the Prabhupada said, but how Bhagavatam can go by itself? Somebody has to bring it. So you have to also give me blessings to me too. And they went, okay. Very well. Yeah. So flexibility has to be there, because there's so many different ways to see. If you want to have good relationship with devotees, this is the first Very important principle. You have to respect devotees that they're not like you. They're not thinking like you. They're not thinking at all like you. They're not like you at all. They are different, and you have to respect it if you want to have a relationship, good relationship with others. That's the first principle. Otherwise, you cannot relate to anyone. Oh, he's good, he's bad, I cannot. No, you have to be very flexible. You have to be very respectful. That they are very different, than you. And respect it. And then you can have good relationship with someone. Even if thinking different than you, even doing different seva than you, even, a different personality, is just completely different. Then it's only possible. So then flexibility is very, very important. And then what is the second principle to become empowered? Always you have to look for association of more advanced devotees. Because it's infectious. If you're associating with those who are infected materially, if you're only surrounded by devotees who are struggling, you will also be one of them. One of the devotees who are just above struggling, they always, experiencing something higher than mind and senses and struggling. Oh, Prabhu, oh my God, it's another day, another just sank on the wall, I just survived, like I remember, when we joined to the temple that, the devotees have a different kind of jugs or pots just to survive from one Sunday feast to another. They were filling, with sweets, and then, when the difficult time was coming, they were taking shelter of Krishna in the form of this prashadam, So if you're surrounded, if there's what only you know, only, you're not discriminating properly, you just remaining on this level, But if you're associating someone who is more advanced, then naturally you will develop the same qualities. You will be like them sooner or later, just question of time. So the association is very, very crucial and very, very important. With whom you associate, you become like them. So, yeah.
Haribo.
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 Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Narottam Das Thakur ki jai.
It's great. VIGATASHU Prabhu ki
Jai.